Alright, today we're gonna be switching it up. We'll be cutting a female waver. She'll be getting a ball drop fade with a design on the side and with a light line in the front. You know what I'm saying? Something simple. Right here we're using the Andes Masters, one guard fully closed. We're gonna knock the bulk down in the waves, and later on we're gonna switch to the wall one guard just to make the waves pop even more. Right here we're switching to the wall one guard. We're gonna close it all the way up. This is gonna be the smallest guard that we use on our hair, other than taking the guard off with the Andes Masters and smooth it down parts of the fade. Now we'll take our trimmers and set it in the ball guideline and drop it to the back of her head. Make it contour to her head so she has a unique fade. Here we're gonna take the Andes Masters and open them up all the way. Just go up about a full inch. Making sure all the hairs are laying down evenly before we move on to the next step. Now we're gonna close the lever halfway and take the bottom line. Right here I'm just closing the lever all the way. I'm gonna take the bottom line out. Now it's just all about level play. You see me dropping back down halfway. Right now it's just all about detail work. Now I'm putting out my liners and just going back, making it more bald at the bottom, getting rid of the bottom line. Right here I'm switching to my wall seniors. Just gonna knock the bottom line out quickly because you know wall clippers cut closer, especially with the fade blade on it. So just gonna fade it out real quick. Like I see going halfway, then switching it to close, just balding it back out with the liners. Easy. Notice how I turn the clip in a direction that the hair is going in, just to make sure it hit every hair, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm taking my one guard, my Andes Masters, opening it all the way up and just scooping out all that weight at the top. And that bottom line that it just created, we're just gonna fade that out by going close right here, you know what I'm saying? And we're using the corner of the blade to really hit specific spots of the hair because we don't need to go up too high, so we're gonna use the corner of the blade. Now we're going fully open. I'm just gonna detail that bottom line out because the fade already there, but you gotta detail it to make it way more blurry. About to open it all the way up and smooth the waves down to where it blends into the fade. Now still a lot of more detail work to do. See me slapping on the guard. As you can see, fading ain't about what steps you use, it's about the detail work you put in between those steps, because now we switch between clippers, trying to get the desired look for her head and her hair texture. At the bottom of the fade, I see a little line that I can get out, so if I take out wall seams and just make sure we clean that up. After a while of trying to get it out, I just went to the other side of the haircut because I realized that it was a skin color and not a guideline. So. Now we spraying holding spray all across the head. About to use the blow dryer and just hit the loose ends and harden the hair up so that we can go into the design with a dry canvas. Now I'm about to take my Simline Pro Realize and just make the curve on this heart just because the blade's smaller and I got more control over the clipper. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna start off with my curve and come to the bottom of it and make the point. And that way all I gotta do is just do the same thing on the other side, just basically mirroring what I just did to make the heart. Let's try to make it as even as possible. I was just going back in, hitting the top of the line and the bottom of the line, making it thicker and giving the line some definition. Now that my spritz are dried up, I can go across the waves and hit all the loose hairs. Just detail work to make stuff 10 times more crispier. Like I said in my previous video, you're not gonna get every loose strand, but try your hardest to perfect your work. this particular client, we like to fade out around her designs. So we're about to take our Andes masters and go all the way up to the bottom of the line. And we're about to fade out the shape of the curve in her design. You see me setting in my bald line as if it was the design at the top but just lower. And we're just about to notch it on out. Now I'm just taking my one guard open on my Andes masters, just flicking out, you know what I'm saying, so the hairs can lay down evenly on top of the design. Y'all see how smooth it look? Like she ain't gotta brush it, or it's just sitting there, it look all laid down. Just cause I went against the grain and scooped out. Now we're about to begin to fade the back part of her fade in. And above the heart, we're just gonna knock down some weight just to give it a little pop, so watch how I do that. Now here I took the wall 1 1/2 guard and I'm just blending up into the waves, just making the transitions way more smoother. I use them bigger guards and I'm scooping out and I'm not going in too rough with it. This particular client, she was afraid to get a front line up because she thought it was gonna make her look less feminine, but I had to convince her to get one, and she allowed me to do it like a haircut or two ago, and she was surprised with the results. She would always tell me how girls always keep their hairlines natural, and I was telling her that she gotta be different, you know what I'm saying? The lineup's not gonna be as defined as a male line, you know, with enhancements and stuff like that. But it's gonna give her haircut more of a uniform look in the front. For Christmas, I bought her a do-rag and a Torino Pro brush. And I told her she had to get on her grind if she want to be one of the top female wavers. It's the end of January and look where she at now. You gotta invest in your people. Now I'm just taking the razor and just sharpening up that line. You know it's a curve, you know what I'm saying? You can make everything sharper with the razor by balding it out a little bit more, just adding more definition to it. Now with every design I do, I add the Barber magic pencil on the inside of the design to cause it contrasts off the skin, you know what I'm saying? We got darker skin, the pencil's a shade lighter. It just make the design pop right on out, you know what I'm saying? And that also outlines the heart as well. Now I'm about to add fibers to make her design pop out more. Y'all about to see this finished product. With this particular client, we actually put temporary hair color in her hair too. Y'all about to see a lot of her actually. Just like every time we add fibers, I apply the holding spray just to hold the fibers in as long as they can. Plus, the next day she had a modeling photo shoot, so trying to keep everything as crispy as possible for as long as possible. And this the finished cut. We got a ball drop fade with the design of her choice on the side. See how the fade just contoured to a head shape? That's what make it unique.